So if I had to start my wardrobe over completely from scratch, this is exactly where I would begin. Now, I know a lot of gentlemen are already familiar with the concept of starting with a navy suit and a charcoal gray suit, and then essentially turning those two suits into 4 different outfits by being able to pair the navy jacket with the gray trousers and the gray jacket with the navy trousers. But in this video, I want to tackle the idea of you've already covered the basics, meaning you've already purchased your navy suit and your gray suit. So now what's next? So I've gathered a few fabrics that I think would look incredible as the latest additions to your wardrobe after you've already covered the basics. So let's take a look at what I've got. Now, starting with the first fabric, I would highly recommend that any gentleman consider purchasing a brown suit. Now, brown is going to be a color that is oftentimes overlooked. I think a lot of people just tend to forget about it, but brown is going to be an exceptional color to add once you've already covered the basics. Now, with brown, I'm pretty much speaking more of a chocolate brown. However, there are many different shades. There's going to be chocolate brown, more of a, I guess you could say, neutral brown, then you have your lighter browns, and then getting into your taupes. This is going to be something that is going to be a great addition because brown is a color that you can wear in a more formal setting, such as a wedding or even to a work environment, as well as in a more casual setting. Brown is also an amazing color because it looks great on just about any skin tone or ethnicity. Also, another reason I love brown is because most gentlemen already own a pair of brown shoes. It's always pretty easy, especially if you have a favorite pair of brown shoes, to purchase a suit that goes well with those shoes. Also, I want you all to keep in mind that when I'm discussing these colors, I'm not really talking about any of the design options. So keep in mind, any color that we discuss today would look exceptional in a double-breasted or a single-breasted variation, as well as even a 3-piece. These are gonna be, once again, very versatile, amazing colors and amazing shades to wear pretty much any time of the year, spring, summer, fall, or winter. Brown, lighter brown, taupe, any of these that fall along that brown spectrum, I think would look great. And depending on what the occasion is, as you might need the suit, or if you're just looking to get a new suit outside of the navies and the grays, brown is gonna be a great color for you. Next up, let's talk about a favorite color of mine and something that I talk about a lot in these videos, and that is going to be green. Now, I know a lot of you might be thinking, green, I don't know if that's something that I can pull off or something that I would ever feel comfortable wearing, but kind of similar to brown, green is another color that is oftentimes overlooked. Now with green, obviously you want to be careful. You don't have to go into a bright green or a seafoam green immediately, but some of the more forest greens, a darker green, again, these are going to be colors that look amazing. And this does depend on your line of work if you feel comfortable wearing this into that type of environment. But I service a lot of entrepreneurs, CEOs, real estate agents. Obviously I do a lot of weddings as well. And green is a color that once I show them what this looks like in a full suit, or if they see some of these amazing swatches and cloths that we carry here at Eric Austin, a lot of people tend to change their mind pretty quickly. Now, once again, green, similar to brown, is a great color that pairs well with many different colors shirts, as well as double-breasted or single-breasted variations. Again, if you're kind of on the fence about what shade of green to do, I would typically go darker into that forest green. Some olive greens look really nice as well. But green is gonna be my second color that I highly recommend anyone look into whenever you're starting over from scratch, and looks great on just about any skin tone. Next up, staying in the same vein, let's talk about burgundy. Burgundy and maroons are gonna be such a rich color, and I think they pair really well just by keeping it simple. For example, with a white shirt, again, this is a separate video, but a white shirt, a nice solid tie, burgundies, maroons, very rich colors, very strong colors, and they look excellent for weddings or any type of event where you can kind of get away with wearing something other than your classic blues and grays. Also similar to the other two that we've touched on in this video, burgundy and maroon are gonna look excellent with brown as well as black shoes. Next up, let's actually talk about blue. Now, of course, I'm not talking about your classic navy blue, but some shades such as a cobalt blue, potentially even a lighter sky blue would look amazing on a lot of gentlemen. Now that sky blue, as I call it, kind of a Miami blue, that's usually for a very specific occasion or a specific climate. However, just kind of adding into those color palettes that a lot of people don't really think about. Cobalt blue, light blue, sky blue. These are gonna be some amazing shades, especially for this time of year, which is spring, summer. Now, if you're not completely sold on purchasing a cobalt blue suit or even a sky blue or a light blue suit, consider doing a sky blue or a light blue sport coat. This is going to actually pair well with your navy trousers, or sometimes with the gray trousers depending on the shade, as well as cream trousers. Also, another option similar to what I'm wearing today, potentially even doing a navy blazer, something with some gold buttons, is a nice addition to the wardrobe. Also, of course, we have your pinstripes, your Glen plaids, your Glen checks, your houndstooths. This gets a little bit more into patterns, but considering there are so many different variations, different shades of blue, maybe looking into some type of subtle pattern, like a very subtle houndstooth, would be a great addition to your wardrobe as well. And the last color that I want to talk about in this video is black. Now, black suits can be a little bit controversial because they're seen, which they are, as being very formal, but there's also nothing wrong with being formal. Also, when it comes to black, there are plenty of other types of black suit fabrics. For example, instead of your traditional Super 110, 120, 130 wool, there's black linen. There are some black fabrics with patterns to them, such as herringbone. Black, similar to that tuxedo, is gonna be something that you never really know you need until it's time to wear it. Also, an honorary mention that I want to bring up is gonna be midnight navy. So if you're not really sold on purchasing a black suit, consider doing a midnight navy, something that's really dark, that it could almost pass as black in certain environments, but could also be used as a nice work suit. So midnight navy is also a really good option, but I want to stick to black because black is going to look great in a single or double-breasted variation. Whenever I make a black suit, if it's something that is worn for a wedding, I kind of like to jazz it up a little bit and maybe consider doing it in a three-piece or in a double-breasted option. Black suits look incredible with burgundy ties, green ties, orange ties sometimes as well. Black is, again, an amazing color that a lot of people view as only being appropriate for formal occasions, which oftentimes is true, but don't overlook black fabrics because there are many different variations. I've even seen some black hopsack, which I do have here as well. So this video should be pretty quick and brief, but I just wanted to make this because I've been encountering a lot of gentlemen who are starting over from scratch and who just aren't sure which direction to go into. Now, again, stay tuned because in the next video, we'll talk a little bit more about shirts and what shirts pair well with your navies, grays, browns, greens, burgundies, and blacks. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.